What happens during that split second of the breakthrough? What happens in the body, right? What's actually going on inside of us when that breakthrough is about to happen, when we're going into total breakdown, where everything is kind of like, you have this phoenix rising out of the ashes, right? Everything's like, and you feel uncomfortable and you're freaking out, and you're at that point, at split second before the breakthrough, where it becomes, the feeling inside your body is like almost unbearable. You're like, I don't know if I can do this. And then something great happens. What's happening inside the body, right? We have these wounds. We have ancient wounds. We have new wounds from this life. We have wounds. And each wound sprouts like emotions from the wound, right? Feelings that we had about the wound, right? And then all of a sudden we go into stories about what happened and fear about what happened. And those start to breed distortions, and those have frequencies, and those have emotions, and those have feelings. And then more negative thought forms grow out of that, just from wounds, just from pain, just from not being able to house it, not being able to understand it, not being able to deal with it, not being able to see the truth in it, to heal it, right? To understand who you are, that you're capable of healing all this. And so we're left with all these wounds, and we're left with all these distortions and thoughts, and we're left with all these emotions, and we start to lose control of our emotions, and we start to lose control of the thoughts because we don't even understand how the frig those thoughts got there. And so what's actually happening when you're having a conscious breakthrough? Corrosion, right? The wound itself isn't corrosion, it happened, it's an experience. But then there's like corrosion that's breeded out of this space. And so what starts to happen is we are in this consciousness shift. We are in huge leveling up. We are in ascension. We're in this beautiful connecting with your higher self, connecting with God, connecting with each other, where that frequency comes in. And that frequency is a very high, potent, beautiful frequency. It is you. It is me. It is us. And that frequency has truth in it. That frequency has feelings in it. That frequency has all those things, right? And it's not distorted, it's just the truth. And so what starts to happen in your body, why it becomes unbearable, is the body can't house actually the depth of duality that we go into when the truth comes in. There's almost like they don't fit in the same house, right? It's not the same frequency. It's a very different frequency. When you put them in the same house for that split second where they're both near each other, it starts to cause this death of the lies, of the deceit, of the story, of the distortion, of the decay, of the it starts to destroy it. And imagine something destroying something else. There's pain, there's discomfort, there's anxiety, there's depression, there is crawling out of my skin. There is that moment where I feel so uncomfortable, but I promise you if you let go in that moment and understand that that's what's happening, if you're on this path, if you're on a path where you are diving deep within yourself in self-reflection, right? Not everyone's doing that. Not everyone's calling themselves to do that. There are soul groups here that are simply here. There are parallel soul groups that are simply here to enjoy Earth, that are here to experience it for just what it is. And for some of you, you came here to restore love back to humanity. You came here to restore the essence that we are. You came here, you felt like this pull to do that. And so when you're in that, when that's like the calling, right? The calling of, we often say it's the calling of God, but it's your will too, right? God's will, your will to call yourself to, you have signatured yourself, you have coded yourself to come home. You have coded yourself to understand love again. You have coded yourself to go through this process. And so in that split second, when it becomes unbearable, that breakthrough into higher consciousness, that breakthrough into expansion, that breakthrough into a deeper understanding and a higher understanding, that breakthrough is happening within you. And when we can understand that, in that moment of discomfort, when everything feels like it's going wrong, when you are in your shadow and it is the darkest moment where you can't hear the truth, when you can't see it, when you can't understand it, when you have no idea what's going on in that moment, it's just a moment. If you could just remember to let go and understand that you are breaking through. And there's something waiting on the other side for you. You're there. You are so loved. You are so seen. You are so understood. You've got this. Shwa, you've got this. You've got this. Those moments of the unbearable feeling, when you actually can step through them, when you can do them in a graceful way. And when I say graceful, I don't mean, that there's not going to be tears and there's not going to be kicking and screaming inside and there's not going to be pain. And I didn't say that. I said when we can walk through it with grace, right? Where you could choose to do things in a much different way than you've done before, when you could choose to face it head on instead of running from it, when you could choose to sit through it and walk through it and to face it and to feel it and experience it and understand that you will not stay in any feeling that you have. That's one thing I can promise you, is that everything is always changing. And so whenever you go into an emotion or an uncomfortable position, understand that you will not stay in that, because we are constantly shifting, right? This too shall pass. It's going to pass. Your good's going to pass. Your bad's going to pass. It's all going to pass. It's all an experience. It's all part of the experience. I send you big love. I love you guys so much. Bye.